Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Greetings, greetings, and thrice greetings. I hope everybody had a great weekend. It is Monday, 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, so that means it is Monday Mantra. I am frothing at the mouth with stuff to go over today. What I want to start the proceedings with, what's up, Dominic? I want to start the proceedings with, good morning, Connie. I want to start the proceedings with, check this out. It is 3 months. 3 months. Good morning, Southpaw. Good morning, Sherilyn. It is 3 months, people. Good morning, Bo. Wow, a lot of people tuning in. Good morning, good morning. Good morning! What's up, Kia? 3 months to Halloween today. It is 3 months to Halloween today. I want to bring this to your attention because in California, I don't know what it's like in the rest of the US or the rest of the world, but come friggin' Halloween, that means it is the beginning of the holiday season. What's up, Donna? What's up, Jamie? What's up, Heidi? What's up, Dina? Good morning. So it means that Gustavo, wow, lots of people tuning in. I'm going to stop saying hello so I can concentrate on the mantra, and I'll try and say hello later. So 3 months, yes, 3 short months, and we are in Halloween. So Halloween says to me, I'm a dad. I've got 3 beautiful children on the wall behind me. Well, actually, the photographs are on the wall behind me, and not the children. But what that says to me is, because I'm a dad, so when it comes to Halloween, I'm thinking about shutting down for the rest of the year. Not shutting down, but I know my client base is thinking about family, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate. There's a lot of celebrations in the last 3 months of the year, and I know a lot of people are beginning to wind down. So I'm saying this 3 months in advance. Why am I saying it 3 months in advance? I'm saying it 3 months in advance because we need to wind it up. This is the big wind up for the rest of the year, right? We've got 3 months to really make hay. We don't have 5 or 6 as some people think. We got 3. So any strategies that we want to be deploying, any clients we need to be talking to, anybody we need to nudge along, don't be waiting for them to come back from vacation. You want to be reaching out now. You got to reach out and strike. And sometimes we need to instigate. A lot of where sales go wrong is there's a lot of very passive behavior, and there's a lot of you kind of put your hook in the ocean and wait for the fish to swim up and friggin' bite it. Well, it's not going to happen. Real estate, business development, startups, entrepreneurialism is all based upon one thing, in my opinion, and that is proactivity. I have done proactivity up the wazoo, so I'm not going to do that today. But what I am going to do, I am going to go over some of my notes, and the hook for today was the time machine. What do I mean by the time machine? I'm going to come back after this commercial break, which is our sponsors, caffeine. Oh, you'd think I'd get bored of it by now, wouldn't you? This is about my 4th this morning. Every time I drink, it's just like, oh, it's like God crying on my tongue. Anyway, we live in 2017, and we live in an environment that is vastly different. I'm going to take you in a time machine now, and I'm only going to go back 20 short years. Right? 20 short years, bearing in mind that the internet is really only kind of a living, breathing amoeba for the past 10 years. 20 years ago, I was a record producer, and I used to have to promote using traditional methods, which was the phone. There was no email back then, or it was in its infancy. And so I used to have to promote by word of mouth, and I used to have to get gigs by going and sitting down with people in their record labels and sitting down with A&R guys and having coffee and talking about records and, bullshitting here and bullshitting there and taking people out for dinner. I used to have to hustle to get gigs, right? I used to have to hustle to get record producing gigs or remixing gigs or DJ gigs, whatever it was. Because I didn't have the ability to self-promote unless I took a page out in a DJ magazine, which I never did, or I took a page out in a music magazine, which I never did, because it was so friggin' expensive. So 20 years ago, if you were an entrepreneur, the chances of you being successful were minuscule, because you would be crushed by big business. You would be crushed by the person or company that can spend more than you, therefore getting themselves in front of the eyes that were your potential client base. Let's skip forward to 2007, the birth of the iPhone, right? The world changed when the iPhone came out. And then subsequently, since the advent of the iPhone in 2007, all these other glorious things, even though Facebook was around before it, everything kind of converged at the same time. And not only did we have communication in our hand, meaning we could call and text and do all of that stuff, we now have our entire business in our hand, but we also have our entire client base in our hand. So I was out with a friend of mine a couple of days ago, and he was telling me about hustling, and he was telling me about this, that, and the other, and how he likes to go to networking events. For me, networking events put a bullet in my head now. I never want to go to networking events. I never have done networking events, because why am I going to take an hour to get ready, drive for half an hour, spend 2 hours in a room, and then drive half an hour home? So what's that? That's 4 hours, in the hopes that I might randomly bump into someone that wants to do business with me. It's inefficient, and I think it's friggin' bonkers. I would much rather spend 4 hours going through all of the people I know, kind of know, sort of know, might know, or who are friends of friends, and striking up conversations with them. Or, conversely, I would go onto Instagram or I would go onto Facebook, and I would look for people that I think that are kind of cool, and I would start to reach out, and I would try and make conversations with them. And I wouldn't be like, hey, have you thought about buying or selling your house this week? I wouldn't do that nonsense. I would just reach out and say, hey man, I see that you're driving like an Oldsmobile Dynamic 88. Looks like a 1960. It's awesome. I'd see that the guy lives in LA, and so I'd strike up a conversation. That to me, and that would take me 5 minutes. So I can do in 5 minutes, let's just say I do 10 of those. 10 times 5 is 40 minutes. Hang on. 10 times 5 is 50 minutes. Sorry, math is not my strong point. So I can make 10 contacts, probably, or I can certainly prospect a whole bunch more people than I can of randomly running into someone that might want to do business. What's up, Garrett? How are you, buddy? Now let's talk about the time machine skipping forward, right? Resistance seems to be in the human DNA. We are resistant to change. I am out here every day of my life saying internet, 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 self-promotion, self-promotion. This is the future, and everybody who, not everybody, but the vast majority in the boring industries such as insurance, banking, you know, even real estate. There's a lot of really boring stuff in real estate. There's some really cool stuff too. But these industries seem to have their head so firmly in the sand and so resistant to change. Even new companies that I see coming up, it's just more of the same. It's just different flavors of vanilla, right? Different scoops of slightly different vanilla. Yes, we've got Moroccan vanilla, and we've got French vanilla, we've got English vanilla, and then we've got a little bit of Portuguese vanilla. But it's all friggin' vanilla. It all feels and looks the same. So, with us having the most powerful tool ever created to promote us, our business, and promote ourselves to our client base, I am still baffled by the resistance to it. The internet is only 10 years old, and look at the power that it has already placed into the hands of so many businesses and individuals. Those of us who grasp this bull by the horns, and if you haven't, it's still not too late. But those of us that grasp this bull by the horns, imagine what's going to happen in another 10 years. In 2027, it is going to be friggin' bonkers, and I believe every piece of commerce is going to be directly or indirectly related to what's happening on the internet. Of course, we're still going to be prospecting. We're going to be reaching out to people we know. We're still going to be having those coffees. We're still going to be having those dinners. But it's supported upon a foundation of self-promotion and information regarding who you are and what you're about in an individual way. No more vanilla. Kill vanilla. So I want to give you a little bit of an example, right? People think that I'm this super techie smart guy. I'm not particularly smart. In fact, I'm a very, very slow reader. I've read very few books in my life because I can't seem to retain the information, so I like to watch videos. But one thing I have been frustrated with was my lack of knowledge regarding YouTube analytics. Sounds terribly dull, terribly boring. But I'm like, you know what? I keep asking people. So I took the bull by the horns. And this weekend, and I have 3 children, this weekend I took half a day and did a deep dive into YouTube analytics and how to make the advertising on their work in a far more sophisticated way. Now I know it inside and out, and it took me half a day. This is what I'm talking about, people. For you guys to take control of your businesses. If you feel lost in this digital landscape, if you feel like I'm just never going to get it, break it off into small chunks. Go onto YouTube and dial in, how do I advertise on Facebook? And then just do that. Just figure that out. And then when you've figured out how do I advertise on YouTube, type in, what type of content should I advertise on Facebook? And you will be just guided along the way. Self-promotion and the internet and using social media, yes, it's daunting. Yes, it's sophisticated. Yes, it's complicated. But if I can do it, anybody can do it. I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. I'm just a guy. I might be a bit hungrier than everybody else. That's all. I might just be a bit hungrier. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. It's that simple. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. Lastly, we're in an era now where entrepreneurialism is the new kind of buzzword. It's almost like the new rock star, right? It's like I'm not in a band, I'm an entrepreneur. When I was a kid, it was like everybody wanted to be in a band or be an actor or be this or that. Mostly in a band. Now it's like, yeah, I'm not in a band, I'm an entrepreneur. It's the same kind of connotation, which means what? It means business is cool. This will change. Everything changes. This will change. So right now, if you are entrepreneurial, and you can be entrepreneurial whilst working at a corporate company, right? You don't have to work for yourself. You can just treat your business in an entrepreneurial way if your company will let you. And if your company won't let you, leave that company. It's that simple. Never make any decisions based on fear, always on faith. If you believe in yourself and your company doesn't believe in you, why the F are you going to stay at that company? Bottom line, that is it, period. Woo! Hey! Now that was a mantra. Okay, all right, everyone. I feel like I need more coffee is what I need. I want to thank everybody for joining me. You guys have been amazing. And thank you for the support, for the hearts that are going up, for the thumbs that are going up. It is my absolute pleasure and privilege to be here every Monday, and I will be every Monday until they throw me in the nut house. Until next time, everybody, go out and kill it, and I'll see you all next week's mantra. Mwah! Adios.